Okay, we're starting off in a child's pose so that we can kind of gently squish out and massage your legs. So you're sitting on your heels, your toes are together, and then you can take your knees wide if you want this to be more of an easy, kind of relaxed child's pose, where your low back can just soften toward the floor. And I like to sway a little bit. You can give some little movement side to side into your hips, rolling into one hip, rolling into the other, and see if you can find some nice movement here, noticing the range of motion of each hip as it internally and then externally rotates. Okay, just a little nice movement, and then settle into some stillness here. Find nice big breath. And you can stay with the knees wide, okay? That'll give you more ease in your low back, okay? If you're looking for an easy feeling. If you're looking for a release in your low back, you can try taking your knees closer together and then slightly, nothing crazy, but slightly activating them in toward each other. Like you're trying to hold something between your knees. Continue to breathe deeply wherever you are. Inflating your lungs to the max. Cleaning them out. And let this be a really luxurious breath where each inhale fills your lungs with clean possibility. And each exhale cleans everything out. Use your imagination. Let it go. Notice all the tissues of your torso expanding and contracting, gently warming. Okay, so massaging your whole back and spine from the inside with just the power of your big intentional breath. It's such an amazing tool that we have. Just breathing deeply, and you can do it anywhere, not just here. And let's reach out more a little through the arms. Okay, start to activate your upper body, pressing down into your hands. And thinking of just beginning to twist your upper back, looking under one armpit, and then looking under the other one. Side to side, look. And look. Finding some nice movement as your skull rotates on your cervical vertebrae. And then bring that back to center. Pause here. Grip the mat with your arms, or with your hands. Grip the mat, grip the floor, whatever you're grabbing. Press down into your fingertips. Think of sucking up in the center of your palm and then rolling your armpits down your back. And then keeping your elbows really close, skimming low to the floor. Drag your heart forward. Think of hovering like you don't want to be seen. You're like you're hiding behind something. Okay, heart over thumbs, looking forward, tailbone up. So we can call this chaturanga, and then exhale back to your child's pose. And so let's take a few more breaths like that. Inhaling forward, pull your heart towards over your thumbs. Your spine is arched. Exhale, press it back to child's. Your spine is rounded. Now let's take a few more rounds doing just that. Inhale, hover. And if you need less work in your arms, you can make your hover a higher hover. Exhale, bring it back. No matter what you're doing, your elbows point back. And even though you're moving your spine a lot, extending and flexing, the whole time you move it, you have your belly button pulling into your spine. Okay, finding a lot of strength around your middle, so the low back doesn't cave in, okay? So let's add an element, okay? So next time you inhale and hover your heart over your arms, hold right there. With your exhale, I want you to push the floor away here, round your spine into a cat pose. And we'll add this to our little warm-up flow. Inhale, back to that chaturanga. Arched spine, thumb floating, or heart over thumbs. And exhale, back to your child's flexed spine. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, child's pose. So keep flowing here. Find a nice rhythm and maybe slow it down if you like. I want you to feel big movement in your spine and in your shoulders, in your back and your belly. We'll do it maybe 3 more times, just like this. Should notice a big difference in how your arms feel, that's for sure. Okay, the next time you come up into your cat pose, that's the rounded spine, pushing the floor away posture. Hold here and breathe, pushing into the floor. Make your longest neck. Okay, so feel like you can really peel open the whole backside of your body. Point your tailbone at the floor and see if you could point the top of your head at the floor as well. See if you could breathe extra space between your ribs and your shoulder blades. One more breath here. And then let that go. We're going to bring it back to a nice flat back. And shake it out. Okay, friends, from here, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, and find a downward facing dog. So this one can be with really bent knees if you like. Okay, you can just kind of allow the backs of the legs to slowly open up. And then as you're ready, walk your hands all the way back to your feet. You're going to bend your knees really generously here and just let your spine hang. You can grab your elbows, maybe shift your weight from foot to foot as you bend one knee more than the other. Bend. Shift the weight. So we want to feel the backs of the legs slowly letting go. And then come back to center. Go ahead and drop your fingers on the floor. Even if you need to really bend your knees, drop them in front of you and shift your weight onto your toes and onto your heels. And try that a few times. Toes, heels. So you're feeling all the little stabilizer muscles in your legs and feet warm up. Okay, and then come on back, find the very center of the weight of each foot, and we're gonna roll it up. Inhaling here, press into your heels, lift your heart nice and high. Okay, exhale here, drop it into a chair squat. So drop your hips, pull your knees toward each other, and lift your heart. Inhale all the way back up to standing, heart up. And exhale to fold, hinging at your hips. You might bend your knees. Halfway up on your inhale, look forward. And exhale to fold. You can hug your legs here. Palms are down. Go ahead and walk your hands forward and find a nice plank posture. And we'll hold here for a few breaths. okay? Remember that your plank can be anything with your knees down, okay? Maybe perhaps just one knee is down, and maybe you experiment. Okay, so I just want you to find something manageable so that you can focus on getting your arms really strong here, pressing down into your palms, pulling your elbows in toward each other, and feeling your belly button roll in towards your spine. Let's just take 3 more breaths here, pushing the floor away. 2 more breaths. Allow heat to build. 1 more breath here. And then press it back to a downward facing dog. Walk your heels out. Shake your head and pull those elbows inward so that your neck gets really long. Okay, we're going to start to flow, friends. Here we go. With your inhale, let's get the right leg up and out behind you. Send it nice and high without lifting the right hip. With your exhale, right knee to your right elbow. See if you could hold there. Little hover. Inhale as you shift that right knee to the left elbow. Stay strong. Exhale while you send it to the right elbow. And inhale, send the right leg up and out behind. Exhale here, drop that right foot between your hands. Okay, dropping the back heel. The left heel is now down. So with your inhale, come on up to a warrior one. Okay, hips and shoulders face the front of your space. The back heel is dropping down and you're dropping into that right hip as you try to send the left hip forward as well. So you're gonna strong leg down it, okay, and you're gonna pull the legs together. And then once you feel nice and strong in your warrior one, we'll flow a little bit here. Inhaling here, lift your sternum nice and high. With your exhale, make cactus arms. Drop your elbows. See if you could drop into the lunge shape a little more. Inhale here, you can extend in that front leg if you like, reach up. And exhale, drop into that cactus, down into that lunge shape. So take a few more like this. Inhale, reaching up, maybe extending front leg. Exhale, drop in. 2 more. Just as low as you like to drop in. 1 more. Drop into that warrior one shape and let's hold right there. So keep your legs strong. Your cactus arms can stay like this, or you can join your cactus hands behind you and move them away from your heart. Strong legs press down. 1 more big breath in right here, warrior one. And release your hands. Drop them under your shoulders inside that right foot. Let's bring the left heel back up in the air so you're on the left toes. Let's see if we could come up with the right leg. Inhale here, right leg up and out behind into a 3-legged dog. Exhale here, bend that right knee, point the toes to the left. We're gonna peel that right hip open. Okay, drop into the right shoulder to look under your left shoulder. Say hi to yourself with your foot. 1 more breath here in your scorpion. And then let it go. Drop that right foot all the way down to meet the left. Okay, take a moment to notice how your legs are feeling, how all that feels. And we're gonna keep moving. So a little vinyasa in between. Feel free to skip and take a break as always, and we can meet back in down dog or come along. Inhale here, find a plank, heart moving forward. Okay, remember you can have the knees down. Exhale here, you can hop it or step it to your hands and fold. Maybe you're bending your knees. Inhale, roll yourself up, reach up tall. Exhale, drop into your chair squat. Pull your knees together and look up. Inhale, lift it back. Exhale, fold it as you hinge at the hips. Halfway up, inhale, look forward. Big fold, exhale, hug your legs. Palms are down. With your inhale, you can hop it or step it back to plank. Okay, with your exhale, you're going to lower yourself slowly down, elbows scraping your ribs. You can use your knees for that too. Inhaling here, heart rolls forward. Find a cobra. Pull on the floor. With your exhale, tuck your toes and meet in down dog. You can come up through hands and knees, or you can come up through a plank. Find some breath here. Take some breath in your downward facing dog. We're nice and warm. Shoulders and hips feeling warm. Close your eyes. Start to push into your hands and feet. See if you could walk your feet back maybe an inch or two and make your stance that much longer. Lift the kneecaps, okay? You're always kind of refining your down dog. Every time you're there, it's like a reset button. All right, friends, moving to the other side. Here we go. Inhaling here, lift that left leg up without lifting the left hip. Exhale here, left knee hovers to the left elbow. Hold and hover, stay strong. Inhale as you shift the left knee to the right elbow. Hold and hover. Exhale as you shift it back to the left. Nice. Inhale the leg up and out behind you. Left leg in the sky. And exhale, left knee forward. Drop the foot between your hands. Let's drop the back heel. Right heel is now down. Inhaling, come on up to your warrior one. Pause here to align. Okay, you have time. So please take 5 or 6 breaths here, maybe more. Dropping into the outer edge of the right foot, pulling that right hip forward, okay? It is challenging sometimes. So you can always back out of it if you need to, okay? But keep the legs strong, press down into both legs and try to pull them toward each other. And that's where you'll start to unlock the magic in this posture. So once you feel stable in your legs, we'll start to move the upper body too. So we're inhaling to be deep into this lunge, okay? And then exhale, drop your shoulder blades, cactus arms, maybe drop a little deeper. Okay, inhale, you can lift up out if you need. And exhale, drop back in. So take a few more breaths here. You're just moving into and out of this little warrior one flow. Keep the legs on and active. And keep that awareness of trying to lift the right arch, even if it's hard. Let's do one more. Come down into that cactus warrior one shape and hold here. Breathe. So this might be enough. You might want to back out if you need, or join your hands behind you. See if you could do it the opposite way, the one you didn't do last time because it felt kind of weird. Okay, do that one now. Move the hands away from your heart. Lift that heart up high. Nice breath. Think of the space between your shoulders growing. And as you're ready, friends, release this. We're going to drop the hands under the shoulders, inside that left foot. We need to pop the right heel back up off the floor to bring it back to 3-leg dog. So here we go. Left leg up and out behind. Big breath in. And as you exhale, bend that left knee, shoot the toes to the right. We're going to pull back on that right hip and look under that right arm. Say hi to yourself with your toes. Big hip opener here in scorpion pose. One more big breath right here, and then let it go. We're going to drop the left foot next to the right. Shake it out. Back in downward facing dog. Okay, here comes another little vinyasa. Feel free to skip it if you want to take a little gentle break in child's pose, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Here goes. Inhaling, find your plank. Exhaling to your hands, fold. Inhale, roll yourself up, push into your heels, stack your spine, lift your sternum. Exhale into your chair squat. See if you can look up at your hands with a long neck. Inhale to lift back up. Exhale and fold it all the way down. Halfway up, when you inhale, unroll your spine. And a big fold when you exhale. Hug your legs. Palms are down. Inhale to your plank. And exhale all the way down. Scrape your elbows on your ribs. Inhale for your cobra. Pull on the mat. And exhale, downward facing dog. Nice breath here. Back in downward facing dog. Notice how your legs feel. Think of pulling the elbows inward, pulling the knees slightly inward, and maybe walk your hands out a little bit. Get a little longer. Hopefully feeling nice spaciousness across your ribs. All right, here we go. Let's keep going. Inhaling here, right leg up and out behind. Exhaling here, right knee to right elbow. Hold and hover. Inhale to the left elbow. Exhale to the right elbow. Inhale, right leg up and out behind. Exhale, right foot down between your hands. Drop the back heel. Warrior one. Inhale. Exhale into your cactus pose. Okay, just one time. Inhale, back to your warrior one, arms up. Exhale, open your arms out to the side. Warrior two. And I'm going to spin around to meet you, okay, in your warrior two. So your strong legs are still pressing down. Your shoulder blades are down your back. And your heart is right over your tailbone. And see if you could really point the right toes, the right knee at the right toes. Okay, take some time here. We're going to move and flow and move this right leg around here. So from your warrior two, big breath in, extend that front leg, reach your arms up overhead. And exhale back into that warrior two. Watch the right knee point at your toes. Let's do it again. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, bend it. Watch that knee. Okay, we'll do that a few more times. Just kind of moving here. Inhale, extend, exhale, bend. Inhale, and exhale. Okay, one more time. Big breath in. Hold it right here. This time when you exhale, just reach out through that right hand all the way out to the right, as far as you can reach. Reach a little further. And then at some point, you're going to want to grab your right leg somewhere. And probably here, it would be nice to step the left foot a little closer. Just bring it in a little closer. I like to think the feet are about leg length here in your triangle pose. So big breath in, triangle pose, pressing down into your feet, pull them in toward each other. And yes, you can slide your hand further up your leg, even up to your hip, but please avoid pressing on the knee, okay? Long in the spine. Big breath here as you pull your belly button inward and start to move your hips in the direction that you're looking out to the side. Big side stretch for the left side of your body, okay? Triangle pose, Trikonasana. One more big breath here, maybe leaning back a little bit into it to look up. And as you're ready, all the hands down on the ground. You can bend that front knee, the right knee. Drop your hands under your shoulders. And we'll pop up the left heel. Inhale here, send it up and back to three-legged dog. Exhale here, bend that right knee, scorpion, as you point the right toes to the left Look under that left shoulder and wave at yourself. Breathe here. If everything feels okay and you can keep your left hip pulling back, you can try extending your right leg and pointing out through the toe. Breathe. And then let it go. Drop the right foot next to the left. Back in downward facing dog. Okay, here comes a little vinyasa. Inhaling here, heart forward, plank. Exhale to your hands, fold. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, down into chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, fold all the way down. Halfway up on your inhale, and a very big fold on your exhale. Palms are down. Inhale to your plank. You can hop it or step it, and exhale all the way down. Inhale for your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take some breath here, friends. We'll do the second side. Okay. Notice how you're feeling. Should be feeling some nice warmth and energy. Here we go. Inhaling here, left leg up and out behind. Exhale here, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, right elbow. Exhale, left. Inhale, left leg up and out behind. Exhale, left foot down between your hands. Back heel drops, right heel is down. Coming up to warrior one. Big breath in, strong legs. Exhale, drop into cactus warrior. Press into the legs. Inhale, reach up, warrior one. Exhale, final warrior two. Open your arms and your legs out to the right and pause here. I'll spin around to meet you. Okay, shoulders and hips open wide to the side. Watch the left knee. Make sure it points out over your toes. Okay, left toes. And we have strong legs here still. Okay, we're gonna inhale and extend that front leg. You can reach your arms up. And exhale, drop back into the warrior. Watch the knee. Take a few more like this. Inhale, exhale. Just training that knee to go perfectly in line. Keep the legs active. Right, as you're ready, next time you come up, pause, and instead of exhaling back to warrior two, start to reach out through that left hand as you exhale. Longer, more, reach. All right, and eventually the left hand has to come down to something. Anything but the knee is fine, okay? And even the knee needs to keep a little bend in it, so don't lock it out. Keep it soft. And from here, you're probably gonna wanna step the right foot a little closer. Okay, and breathe. Triangle pose. So think of taking up a lot of space here. Your spine is really long. Your legs are strong. You're long at every place that you can be. And then keep the belly button rolling into the spine so you feel everything rolling back into center. And then think of pressing your hips out to the side. Big breath here. Just let the posture work its magic. After about 30 seconds, I find postures really start to open up. Okay, triangle pose. As you're ready, bend that right knee or left knee, all hands down inside the left foot. Coming back up on the right toes with the heel lifted. Inhale, send it up and back. Left leg, three-leg dog. Exhale, bend that knee, the left knee. Point the toes to the right and look under your right armpit to wave at yourself so that your shoulders stay level with each other, and hold here in your scorpion. If you like lifting the left knee high and it feels good, you can extend the left leg. Nice breath here. Keep looking under that armpit. And then let it go. Let the left foot back to the floor. Pause here. Walk it out. Downward facing dog. Last downward facing dog of this practice. Notice the backs of the legs, the backs of the shoulders, all the spine. It feels nice. As you're ready, go ahead and drop to your knees. Come on down, okay? Find hands and knees. So we'll twist from here, pressing down into your left hand, nice and strong. With your inhale, sweep the right arm up and overhead. So you're peeling your chest open as you look up. With your exhale, dive the right arm under your left. So you're dropping the right shoulder and looking up at the ceiling, just temporarily, because we're gonna do it again, okay? So inhale here, push into the floor with the left hand, reach up with the right. Unroll and exhale, roll yourself back up. So take a few more breaths moving this way. Just want you to think of your rib cage revolving open and closed. Feel all the beautiful movement happening in your torso and your spine and your back. Next time you come down, let's pause there and just enjoy this inverted twist. So come on down. Think of dropping the right shoulder next to your left hand and drop the right side of your head. And just pause here. Make sure your hips are far enough away from your shoulders that your spine can be long. And then do your best. If you notice your tailbone kind of pointing to the left, make your spine strong and point your tailbone straight behind you. And if you're feeling pretty good about it, you can reach up with that left hand. Kind of like you're trying to give someone a hug is how your arms are moving. Maybe the left arm just drops across your back and you can grab your right thigh with it. So no matter where you are is great. Breathe. Long spine, inhale. Strong belly, exhale. 3 more. Maybe you want to look up over your left shoulder. Feel how this twist is wringing out your whole torso. Take your time unwinding yourself and bringing it back up to hands and knees. You can press down into the left hand. Oh, reach up one more time with that right hand. Stretch, open your chest to the ceiling. Look up. We're going to take a few breaths into the big chest here. You can even cactus the top arm and peel it open. And then let that go. Come on down with the right hand and we'll do the other side. So we're really going to wring out the whole rib cage. So pressing down into the right hand now. Inhale, lift up with that left. Exhale, curl yourself down, reaching underneath the right side. So let's do that a few more times. Inhaling it up. Exhaling all the way down. Think of unrolling and then rolling yourself back up. Make sure the bottom arm never locks at the elbow or goes limp at the shoulder. It's always active. Okay, the next time you come down, let's go ahead and hang out here. Make sure your spine can be long. Straighten out your spine, so point your tailbone away from your head. And then maybe the right arm reaches up. And maybe it even drops across your back. You can grab your left thigh if you like. Try to reach it. Breathe here. Okay, the deeper you can get your inhales, the more space you can make in your rib cage, the more strength you can invite into your exhales, the better. One more breath. And let's unroll out of this. So drop the right hand on the floor underneath your right shoulder. Inhale, reach up with the left. We'll take a few breaths here. Expanding after all that compression. Bring it down, friends, to hands and knees. And then if you sit your hips to one side, you can just come down to a seat. And find your most comfortable seat. You could cross your shins with your feet near your knees. Sit up nice and tall. You can just rest your hands on your knees or maybe beside you. And take a moment just to be still and breathe. Notice your breath and then just release all control over your breath. Let it return to a natural pace. Your spine nice and tall, just doing the minimum amount of effort to sit up tall here. Allow the rest of your body, your shoulders melt down your back. Allow your face to soften and your legs to soften. Your hands, your feet. Just enough effort to sit up. Now spend some time just observing your breath and your body here, sensations you experience, information you gather. Spend a moment just being present with yourself and your body in this moment. And as always, feel free to lay down and take a more resting, maybe even a nap. Would be great if you can do that, okay? But rest as long as you can. This is where I'm going to leave you for our practice today. Thanks so much for joining me.